Welcome back to American Beef Ranch. My name is Jesse. Today we are taking 4 beef to the butcher, the USDA inspected butcher, and we are also got some other shenanigans we're going to get into. Well, hello there. This morning I am headed to load some beef. I do have a co-pilot with me, and we are taking him to the USDA inspected butcher just outside of Boise, Idaho. And they are going to be butchered and processed into meat products for people just like you. And if you guys want to get in on some of that, you know where to find the information. If you're in South Central Idaho, we will have beef a lot, and I have beef available now for purchase, as small as 1 pound of ground beef all the way up to the whole animal. We can serve you 100% grass-fed and finished on organic pastures. Pretty good quality stuff. Tastes pretty good. I do like it quite a bit. But the first thing I got to do is run down here and grab a couple of things out of my work pickup, just to make loading these guys a little bit easier. I got my sorting stick, and I got some GoPro batteries and a couple other things. And then we are going to back the trailer up and set up some panels and hopefully get the steer sorted and loaded without a whole lot of hassle. But we'll see how that works out. Here we are at the herd, and super simply, I just set up a couple panels to help me load. If you guys seen any of the other videos, I've had some issues loading out of here. And so I'm going to open this panel up, and we're going to gather 4 beef. I've already determined which ones I need. So like this guy, he's going this morning. But we'll probably have to push the whole herd up in there. I'm also going to show you Blackjack, the bull. We'll see how Blackjack's doing. He's actually right here in front of me right now. So this guy right here, Blackjack. Cows are all excited. All right, so here is Blackjack. He is, like I said, 2-year-old, super small frame, grass-based genetic bull. He's out of our favorite cow, and he's out of a, I think a lowline. I'm pretty sure lowline. Yeah, lowline bull. Say what you want about lowline bulls, but they made him, and they made all these steers that look pretty awesome. So after being out on pretty terrible pasture for the, it's really dry here. It's been super dry here, so for being out on terrible pasture, looks pretty dang good. So I'm gonna gather them up and try to get them sorted. I don't know, this may be harder than I think. Pin's pretty small where they're going. They're not all gonna fit, so I gotta cut some of them out. Let's see, I'm gonna switch hands, dominant hand. Go on, girls. Step up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta go. Whoa. Alright, so we gotta get Blackjack, these 2 red calves. Not this guy, he's gotta go. 737. Whoa, boys. You gotta go. 736. Blackjack. Let's see, I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need that guy. Whoa, whoa. I had them loaded. A little scary. Panel secured. I'm gonna check. So I got 728. 7, what are your number? 31. Maybe I'll load them. Whoa, boys. Come on. Come on. So what I'm gonna try to do is get them squeezed into the front, because this is too big of an opening and they think they can fit out of it and they try to get out. I need to put a bar in here. I'm gonna keep using this trailer, so. Alright, they are loaded. This, what I just did, is dumb. You should not do it. You should never do it, but yeah, don't do it. We are loaded down and headed out. Got all 4 of them loaded and in the front compartment. So they are nice and snug. It's better that way. They don't move around that way. And because the weight can shift back and forth and be really dangerous if you're not careful. So we got them all confined in the front. And we're just driving past some of our corn, headed to the USDA butcher. Got about a 2-hour drive. I got one stop I got to make. It's 8:30 now, so hopefully we get there around 10:30. We'll see. Our drop-off window is from 10 to noon, so we should, in theory, be able to get there. All right, we made it home at a respectable time and an amount of time, like 1:30 in the afternoon, and we got the animals delivered. And they are good. They are at a USDA inspected plant in Kuna, Idaho, Sustainable Meats. I didn't have permission to film. I wasn't asking for permission. There's an ostrich farm and a butcher shop there together. And we've been using them this year, and before we used somebody else, and we're really happy with the work that they're done. So, like always, whenever you leave the farm, something has to go wrong. So, I got a pivot that's not running for no apparent reason. Well, I can see where it's broken, and I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, we gotta go get a pivot fixed, and then it's a never-ending list. We got more stuff to do, so back to work. So here we are on the lease farm, but luckily for me, this area you see that's grass and weeds and all sorts of wonderfulness that's not planted in the corn, which you see down there. The pivot broke down right there. So let's see, what tower is that? 8, 7, 6. On the 5th tower, it's broke down. It may be slightly inside the corn, but it's a lot easier to access, and so whatever repair work I have to do is going to be a lot easier. Which, if the pivot's going to break down, thank God in the pivot for breaking down right here. So let's figure out what's wrong with it. This is always the worst. Okay, so look, tires both good, right? Tires both good. Drive lines both solid in place. Okay, there's no dragging anywhere. It's like it just stopped. So it's one of two things. One of two. That motor's bad, this center drive, the electrical motor, or something in the controls is bad. So I will crawl up here and look. And it doesn't look like we've been leaking or doing anything dumb like that. Okay, so when you look inside of a pivot box, usually there's 2 culprits to electrical issues. This here, which is a contactor. So this is the little switch that clicks in and lets the power flow from the wires coming in down to the center drive. And then this little micro switch here is what connects the circuit, telling this to turn on. So this switch turns on this switch, right? So not all the power is flowing through here, because that'd be a lot of amps. This is the big switch, this is the little switch. The little switch, hey, you can run. This goes ahead and runs. So we are just checking all of these little connections, taking a look. making sure all the wires are tight, and they all appear tight, don't appear to be burned up. And so it looks like the micro switch is clicked on, but one of two things is happening. So either the micro switch is bad because it's an open circuit right now, or this contactor is bad and not clicking in. So that's what's the problem. So I'm gonna get my multimeter and see if this is open circuit right now. So I phoned a friend, and like I suspected, pretty sure that electrical motor is either bad or not running like it's supposed to, which is unfortunate because I think I've said before that the quality of pivot parts has really gone downhill. That pivot electrical motor was made last year, so it's pretty much brand new. So I kind of have my doubts. I just don't know if it got hot or what. I'm gonna go try to start the pivot though and just see what happens. Just send it. So I came here to the pivot panel, and a couple weird things. It had a blown fuse. This is 3-phase, so there's 3 main legs. One of the legs had a blown fuse. I changed that out and went ahead and safety overrode the pivot to get it to walk. All the towers walked except for that 5th tower. So it's pretty safe to assume that there's probably a problem with that motor. So I'm gonna call around and see what I can do about getting the motor. It looks like it's brand new, like it was put on when this pivot got put up this year. So I'm thinking there's hopefully a warranty and we can get a replacement. So I guess I will catch up with you guys in the morning. It's afternoon the next day, and we are headed to fix a pivot. The one that has the bad center drive, that one's under warranty, so it's gonna get fixed and I don't have to worry about it. But we have this guy. We got to go put in one of the other pivots from my Labor Day fiasco, and hopefully that makes it move the right direction. So let's get out to this pivot, get it fixed, and then we have something fun we get to install on another pivot, which completes its new updated improvements that we weren't able to quite complete when we did it the other day. But anyway, here we go. All right, so we are here, and it is this guy right here that we are going to replace. I think this part's good, but this part back here, I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a lot of wasps going on in this area. There is a nest right under this post on the other side, but there's way too many wasps for that nest, and so hopefully I don't get stung. I may have to do this later, but we need to get this water going. So I'm going to start disassembling all this and take a couple pictures so we know everything goes, and then we're going to get it reinstalled. We got this all back like it's supposed to, so I'm going to turn the power on, see if we can get this guy to go in reverse. And it's hard because I gotta wait. I literally just gotta sit here and wait because pivots move slow. No bueno, the pivot's not moving, so it's not moving at all. So I feel like that's a safety circuit, but I'm not really sure because it'll go in forward, it won't go in reverse. And since the end tower is not moving at all, I'm gonna go to the end tower first and see if I can find something there. Once again, I've got to be extremely careful because there's wasps everywhere. There's wasps there, there's wasps there. So here's our control box, and roll up here. We're up here at this pivot box, and this contactor is really pretty new, and the trip is not tripped. So I'm wondering if it's not a problem with the control box, but a problem with the stop arm. We all heard that wasn't good, but I couldn't see. Well, I'm waiting on a friend to call me back, but I am almost positive that center drive is bad. But it was because of the surge when we had the pump burn up. So it stinks too because the pump cost us less to rebuild than we were expecting, like a third less. But now between all the damage that it's done and the electrician visiting, pretty much null and void. So I guess at least it's not you know, we thought it was going to cost and all this stuff. Otherwise it'd be really expensive. Still really expensive, but either way. So while I'm waiting for somebody to call me back, let's go do one fun thing, and then we will hopefully have an answer on that and what we can do to get it fixed. All right, this is the pivot that we had the dry strips with. That problem is fixed. If you want to see a full video on that, make sure you come back. We will have a full video on that soon. But when we did that modification, he didn't have the end gun. So this end gun that's on here is a big brass bird. It works fine, except for the reverse arm always, and I mean always, has a little spring in there and it breaks. It is broken every year, several times a year since we've had them. It's okay because they have a warranty and they break usually within the warranty and you just go get a new one, but we are tired of dealing with it. On top of that, we can do better. There's better, more modern sprinklers that have rebuild kits that last longer, have better warranties. Like the sprinkler we're putting on that I'm fixing to show you should last my lifetime. Like, we should be able to rebuild it a couple of times. We should never have to replace this end gun, other than, you know, small parts, nozzles and stuff like that. So what we got to finish out the sprinkler package is this Komet Twin Max big volume gun. This is their smallest version of the large guns. They have some really, really big ones that you can put out like 1,000 gallons a minute. That is not this one. This one is made for the end of a pivot to work properly. We've got the right size nozzle already in there. Guys, go ahead and check that bad boy out. Looks pretty slick. Usually compared to the competition's version, it'll have better throw, better water distribution, all that stuff, really highly engineered. So what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna let you guys skip this part, I'm gonna crawl up there with a giant pipe wrench and I'm gonna unscrew that bird, and then we'll crawl up there and put a new one on. This field's really improved a lot, but I got the sprinkler off, got the new one. We're gonna crawl up there and get her put on. So yeah, this is a Komet Twin Ultra. It's supposed to be pretty awesome. All right, so this install is really simple. It just threads on there. Because of the way this system's set up, there's no valve to worry about or any of that stuff. It's just gonna run all the time. It's got a couple of cool features I'll show you once I get it mounted up here, but you screw that to that, right? Okay. So I did already have my nozzle installed. It does come with a wrench for the nozzle, which is pretty cool. Another feature I noticed, these are almost like, these are the stops you can see there for the end gun to reverse. And I actually used them as a wrench to tighten the end gun onto the pivot. Like, I don't think it needs to be any tighter than that. I'm definitely not going to use this. One other cool feature, it has adjustable spring tension. So this will speed up or slow down the end gun. And just right underneath here, you can see it. There's a little spring right there. And it just rides in, I'll see if I can get it so you guys can see it. There's a little spring right there and it just rides in slots. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the middle. We do have pretty good pressure here, but you can, and it has, you know, there's more tension on it. Obviously it's going to move a little faster. As there's less tension, it's going to lose less. But yeah, I mean, I think we're all set. Man, it looks really good. So when I change water in a little bit, we'll definitely come back and see how this thing looks. But I've got to get that other pivot going, and I did talk to my electrician friend, and we're not sure. He told me a few things to go look at, but honestly, we're not 100% sure where to look. But we got to go try to figure it out. So I'm going to go grab some water, and then I'm going to get back out there and try to figure out what's going on. All right, it is the next Saturday evening. I'm filming on my phone because I don't have my GoPro on me. But I needed to show you guys this end gun that we got installed yesterday. It has been almost 24 hours this thing's been running. And I thought I had a Canon before, but wow. I'm super impressed with this Komet Twin Max end gun. A couple things right off the bat I noticed. Obviously, the stream quality is way better, and the throw is significantly better than what was on here before with the same size nozzle and the same size pressure. The throw is way better, and I'll be able to push these field edges out. It looks like about 30 feet and still be safe within the irrigation water. It's super exciting. want to thank Eric at Butterworth Irrigation for getting us set up, and Komet for making a pretty cool product. We will have a full video on the end gun and the sprinkler package as a whole. But guys, it shoots farther and it hits the ground softer. It's like the best of both worlds. It's really awesome. I am ecstatic. It is a super awesome piece of kit that we have added, and we're going to be adding a lot more of them to the farm. Anyway, God bless. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time on American Beef Ranch.